You can't live your best life without Jesus. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about you can't live your best life without Jesus. And you know what I'm saying? You see them people be saying that they live in their best life. But when you look at their life and when you look at their actions and their lifestyle, they don't have Jesus. You look at their lifestyle, they don't have Jesus. But yet they say they live in their best life. A person who doesn't have Jesus, but they say they live in their best life, that is the biggest lie in the cosmos, bro. That is the biggest lie in the nebula solar eclipse conundrum. You know what I'm saying? They saying that they live in their best life. Without Jesus, no, bro. We're looking at your life. We're looking at the fruits that you produce. We're looking at your lifestyle. There's no Jesus there. So how are you living your best life? Let me tell you something. And this is something that I started to realize, bro. A person could have all this money. A person could have all these material things. A person could have money, material things, just everything that people think is what it means to be living the best life. A car, like a fancy car, jewelry, clothing. They could have all these things, a nice home and this and that. And when people look at that person's life, they gonna be like, man, that person is living their best life. Incorrect. That is not correct, bro. These people is living a nightmare, bro. Now look, they gonna make you believe that they winning. They gonna paint the image like they winning. They not winning though. Secretly, bro, these people have like a nightmare over life. And when you start to understand that even though these people have a lot of money, they have cars, they have jewelry, they traveling, they doing all this. When you start to really understand that they live in miserable, nightmarish lives behind the scenes, and when they get on camera, they pretend like they winning, it make people realize like, yo, maybe I am blessed. You know what I'm saying? Just by people just knowing this information, like it could make you feel like, yo, I thought these people was blessed. But no, it's you who's blessed. It's you who's blessed. Bro, these people who have all this money, these millionaires, bro, they traveling, they have all these cars, they envy your life. Let me repeat that one more time. A lot of them, they envy your life. They envy your life. Well, how so? When I'm envying their life and they envying my life, now you questioning yourself. I'm envying their life. Now they envying my life. What is going on? Because it's not what it seems, bro. It's illusions. Let me tell you something. Don't you know like a person could look like they winning, but secretly their life is a nightmare? Why is it a nightmare? I'm glad you asked. Shall we delve into the conundrum of why their life is a nightmare? Let's break it down. You could have this clean woman. She's clean. She takes good care of herself. You know, she look clean, her skin is glowing and this and that. But then she laying down with a dirty individual. She laid down with a dirty man. So let me get this straight. You putting all these expenses, investing in how you look, cosmetics, mascara, you putting all this toxic makeup of the devil on your face. You putting all this stuff, you're trying to look your best just to lay down with a dirty ninja, just to lay down with a dirty man. Why is this? That, bro, don't you know, bro, that these women be laying down with, they be giving them all type of STIs, STDs. Nah, these women be smelly, but yet they clean. They taking good care of themselves. They keep up with themselves. They look very clean. They look very clean. You know what I'm saying? They shower, they take care of themselves, everything clean. But then they lay down with a man who's dirty. So now they smell. Now they got to do extra stuff just to not smell when they was clean the whole time. Like, see how this stuff don't even be making sense? Why doesn't it make sense? It doesn't make sense because when you don't have Jesus in your life, your decision making is impacted. I'm going to repeat that one more time. When you don't have Jesus in your life, your decision-making skills is impacted, bro. They take a hit. Because why would Jesus and why would God give you the ability to make good decisions when you don't want to follow him. Have you noticed a lot of these people who have all this, I'm living my best life, they be making the worst decisions of all time. They be using their kids for views. Why are you having kids just to use them for views? Because their decision making skills have been cursed by God, bro. You get what I mean now? So even though they do have money, they don't have the gift of making good decisions from God. They have a curse on them. They are under God's punishment. And God's punishment on their life is you ain't gonna make good decisions. And if God says you're not gonna make good decisions, what God says goes. So if God say you don't want to follow me, you're not gonna make good decisions. Guess what's gonna happen? You're not gonna make good decisions. And your life is gonna end up ruined all over again. Have you noticed something about people who don't want to fully commit their life to God? They cannot make good decisions to save their life. They can't make good decisions to save their life. Now, they could make some good decisions in their finances and here and there, but in their relationship life, they gonna make bad decisions. Just like that, the devil enters their relationship life, makes their life a nightmare, unbearable to live. Now they envy your life. Now they envy your life. Do you see what I'm saying? Now they envy your life, even though they got all this money. So now when you really sit back and think about it, are you really the one blessed, or is it them that's blessed? When you really like do some behind the scenes digging, because these people is going to put on the front, on the surface, they're going to make it look like they're winning. So now you got to look behind the scene, bro, and really look at the secret nightmare that they trying to hide. They not going to keep it real. They not going to keep it real what's going on behind the scene. They just going to get on camera and show you, I'm winning, I'm smiling. Hey guys, I'm smiling, look at me. Ah. Fake smiling in front of the camera. This whole fake LA lifestyle, bro. Y'all notice that fake LA lifestyle? Oh, I'm happy all the time. I'm always happy on camera. I'm social media. I'm getting my matcha. You know what I'm saying? All this fake happy lifestyle that don't even be making sense. Give me one scripture in the Bible that says, thou shalt live a fake happy lifestyle. God did not tell us to live a fake happy lifestyle. You want to know what God told us? God told us to live an honest lifestyle. Honest, bro. Just be honest, bro. Stop trying to pretend like you're happy when you're not. Fake happiness, fake smiling, like all this nonsense. Know what I'm saying? But that's what I was trying to say. You cannot live your best life without Jesus. And you got to understand, bro, these people say they living their best life without Jesus. Their life is a nightmare. Why do you think they be on live stream 24/7? They on live stream 24/7 because they have no peace in their personal life. They need to harvest energy from their fans to feel any type of life because they don't have no life within them. They don't have no soul within them. They soulless. They don't have no life. They don't have no energy within them. So they got to siphon the energy of their fans. That's why they had to be in front of the camera 24/7. Even though they already have more than enough money to where they don't have to do none of that stuff. If you have all this money, why are you always on live stream? Why are you always you have so much money, bro. You already set for life. Why you need to keep doing this stuff? They have no peace, y'all. These people have no peace. They always gotta be in front of people, in front of their fan base. Why are they always in front of their fan base? They trying to harvest the energy of their fan base to feel to feel alive even just a little bit. To feel alive even just a little bit, bruh. Because secretly, bruh, soon as them cameras shut off, bruh, this life is a nightmare, bro. Their life is a nightmare, bro. Stressful, bro. Making bad decision after bad decision. They making bad decisions for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Why? Because they are under God's punishment, bro. These people is not happy. Do not, bro. That stuff they put at the front, they put on the internet, bro, that's stuff fake, bro. That's stuff not real, bro. These people talking about they living their best life without Jesus. Bro, that's the biggest lie. That's the biggest lie in the solar eclipse. I'm telling you, bro. That is the biggest lie in Planet Namek, bro. That is the biggest lie in Planet Vegeta, bro. Talking about they living their best life. Man, that's the biggest lie in... Bro, that is the biggest lie in the solo leveling universe. I'm telling you, bro. Biggest lie in the nebula black hole, bro. Talking about they living their best life without Jesus. We're looking at your lifestyle. You don't have Jesus in your lifestyle. So how you living your best life? You're using your kids for views. You are using your kids for views, bro. You are a satanic man, bro, because you're doing evil things before God. Didn't God say don't be putting your kids through the fire and putting your kids through all this nonsense? These kids ain't even got no chance to grow. You raising them up for the devil. Passing them through all type of weird stuff. Rituals. Come on, bruh. These people have no peace. How you gonna do all these things and then expect peace? How you gonna do all these things and expect peace? How you gonna make all these bad decisions and expect peace? Please. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about, man. Do not be fooled, bruh. You're more blessed than these people. You are more blessed than these people. These people envy your life. You might not be richer than them, but they envy your life, even though you're not richer than them. They envy bro, you want to know what they really envy? It's the peace of God that you have over your life. The peace of God that you have over your life is what they envy. Because let me tell you one thing about the devil. The devil is incapable, 0% capable of offering you peace. You want to know why the devil cannot give nobody peace? Because the devil only carries anxiety. His judgment was already passed, that he's going to burn in the lake of fire. So the devil has the most anxiety in existence. The devil and Lucifer, he has the most anxiety in existence. So if the devil has the most anxiety in existence, because he already know he going to hell, how can then he offer you peace? You want to know what he could give you? False peace. True peace, he's incapable of giving that. He could give you the money. He could give you the women. He could give you the cars, the jewelry, the chain. But one thing, all these people who are successful in the world, they got all this money, cars, jewelry, all that stuff. One thing they all have in common, they don't have peace. Why? Because the devil cannot give peace. Because the devil has the most anxiety in the universe. His judgment passed. He already know he's going to hell. So how can he give you peace when he don't even have peace? He has anxiety. He has the most anxiety in the solar eclipse. So how he gonna give you peace? He can't give you peace, bro. You get what I mean? So that's one thing that all these people who don't want God in their life, they lack that one element, peace. They envy you for that, peace. They have none of that. They can't have it because the devil can't give it to them. The devil blessed them with all these material things. The devil blessed them with all this cursed money and bad money, but he didn't give them peace. Because their money is also not blessed money. Because the devil is incapable of giving people blessed money. He's only capable of giving people bad money or cursed money, whatever you want to call it. The devil cannot give you blessed money. Blessed money only comes from God, bro. See what I'm saying? They don't have peace, bro. That's the one thing. That's the one ingredient in the chemistry class Beaker experiment that they do not have, peace. They don't have that. And they will never have peace until they fully commit their lives to God. They will never have peace. They will never have peace, bro. Peace.